Super Friday. What's up, Chadito?
What's
We got
good?
Heck
Tell him
here.
you're subbing in for Heck.
Heck. Chato subbing in for Heck right now.
My mic on?
Yeah, your mic's on. And everybody at Hector feeling a little under the weather, so I got my man Charo here.
Charo.
What's up, dog?
What's up? What's up?
It's another Friday, man. Heck.
What's going on? What's going on?
Yeah, man. What a fucking week, man. Coronavirus around this
Yeah, I
motherfucker.
just got that joint around there, so.
Yeah, you over there feeling sick, just stay over there. Man, that's kind of scary, huh? Coronavirus?
It's scary now that it's coming into the area.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it's coming everywhere.
I mean, once they said it's some China shit, I didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, right. I didn't think it was gonna be that bad. Like the first couple news reports about it were scary, but you're like, all right, maybe it'll get contained and shit. But I don't know. I was talking to this guy at work that comes in there, and he's like, what is he? He's like a, what are the motherfuckers, be in the community and shit. What the fuck is he? I don't know.
Oh, he does something for his community?
Yeah, he be in the community. He be like helping out and shit. I don't know what the fuck he is. But right, so he was telling me, he's like, you know it's going to get worse before it gets better. And he's like, everybody's eventually going to get it. And I was like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, it's a little alarming. And his sister was, he was telling me that his sister went on the CNN podcast, the CNN one, for CNN News. And she was talking about it and how it's something that we should worry about, but nobody's really taking it serious. And then she's like, "It's gonna." He was telling me that she basically said it's gonna get worse before it gets better. You know, and it is gonna spread over here, and it is gonna, become a thing here.
I mean, I already see people around the area getting masks, and they're like, they're running out. There's no masks, and if there is, they're like some sucky ass ones.
Yeah, but the masks don't protect you from shit. The masks are if you're sick.
Prevent.
But it's if you're sick, you wear them.
No, even if you're not sick, you're gonna wear it.
I don't know.
If somebody's coughing next to you, you don't want to be breathing in that same air.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I'm pretty sure if you go to the subways, a lot of people wear them because some people are so close together while they're transporting themselves to work or whatever.
Especially in New York. They just got one person in New York.
Now it's in Maryland. They got 3 cases in Maryland. That's some shit.
But is it real or is it just an alarm?
No, it's 3 confirmed cases of coronavirus in Maryland.
Yeah, people are starting to get tested too to make sure they don't have none of that.
Yeah. But they said, man, like, well, what I read is like the only 2% of the people that get it actually die from it.
I really think it just, not to cut you off, but it's one of those things that whoever was going to die from it was going to die, whether it's coronavirus or whatever other next, flu things around,
Mm-hmm.
Body just can't take it,
Yeah, because you never know when is your day.
Yeah.
I got a burp stuff. But yeah. But they said it's like just the next flu. Like it's the next level of flu. It's an advanced flu. And majority of the people get like flu symptoms. Or like really bad cold symptoms. You know?
I mean, this year the flu got me really hard.
Yeah. Well, the flu kills people, and the flu last year killed a bunch of people too.
Yeah, and the thing is, that's a really strong form of flu this year coming around.
The flu or the coronavirus?
No, the flu, because I got the flu, and I've never in my life shivered like I did ever in my life. I literally put 2-3 blankets on me, had a sweater on, and I was still cold.
Yeah.
And then I would start sweating, and it was bad.
Yeah.
I've never felt like that in my life, and so weak. And it's crazy, man. And I'm pretty sure coronavirus is similar to that,
Yeah, it's probably worse than it, but I'm sure you can get over it. And with viruses, they can't really give you anything, right? They're like, you guys have run its course.
I mean, virus is a virus. Once it's in your body, a virus can't be cured.
It's just it just has to run its course, right?
Yep.
There's no antibiotics they can give you for it, right?
Yeah, they can give you antibiotics, but it's just gonna temporarily treat it until it goes away. But it's still in your system, technically speaking.
So the medicine they give you basically what fights the fever, fights the symptoms, right?
But
it doesn't treat it; it fights the symptoms, right?
No, it treats it. It just doesn't cure it. Like once you have the flu, you have the flu for life. That virus is in your body. The only thing is that it's considered dormant, meaning that it'll come eventually, but it's still in your bloodstream. You know, it's like you have that.
You know that most kids aren't even getting the chicken pox anymore.
Yeah.
Well, there's been a lot of vaccines though to prevent that. Now
talking about that, when my daughter was born, I asked the doctor, like, is she gonna get chicken pox? She said no. With this shot, we gonna give her. There's no more chicken pox.
Yeah, so now kids are like, what's the other one? Measles or some shit?
Yeah.
So now kids are more likely to get measles than chicken pox.
Even that is starting to become obsolete.
Isn't that crazy?
I got chicken pox in my life.
Yeah, but you only get it once. Isn't that crazy?
And you know what's funny? That a lot of people, as fucked up as it may seem, like parents, if you have a friend or somebody has chicken pox, they used to send them.
Yeah,
to
they
your
used to
house
try to get them to
so
get the
they
chicken.
could just get it over with.
Yeah.
Because if you get that shit as an adult, you could die.
Yeah, is that crazy? Fuck, that's crazy, right?
I was
like, everything's trying to kill
my
us.
parents want to send me to somebody that has chicken pox.
Everything's trying to kill us, man. It's biology, you know. Like it's amazing that we even like stay alive, you know.
Well, the human body is one of the most sophisticated things in the whole world. We still haven't discovered everything about us.
Yeah, that's true.
You gotta get.
Oh, this nigga dying over there, bro.
You got corona, guys.
How'd you get sick out of nowhere? We were just about to start and you got sick. Damn. But yeah, man. Anyway, moving on from that. Remember that kid that I told you that was I'm pretty sure you saw it, everything. It was on Facebook. The kid that had been getting bullied. He's a midget, a little person. I don't know.
Supposedly it wasn't a midget.
Yeah. So there was a lot of things saying that he wasn't a midget. He was an asshole. This and that.
The one that actually sent it to Disney World.
Yeah. So the comedian Brad Williams started a GoFundMe for him. And it was basically just a $10,000 GoFundMe for him to go to Disney World, you know, a flight over there, go hang out in Disney World, and you know whatever, come back. But it got so popular that now the GoFundMe is at 478,000 and going up. So what the kid is doing and their family decided was like they're not gonna take the money. They're not gonna.
He's a kid.
Yeah, he is a kid. He's 9 years old. He lives in Australia.
I thought you said that he was on the road.
That's what I thought too, because everything that I was reading, and that's my fault. I should look more into it, but yeah. So he is a kid. He's 9 years old, and he really was getting bullied. And so they raised all that money, and the parents and the whole family were like, "Well, we can't take the money. That's a lot of money, you know." So they picked 6 different charities to donate the money into, and they're not even gonna take the Disney trip anymore. You know, but the comedian that started the GoFundMe, he was like, no, just take the initial money that you were gonna get. That's for you for anything that ever happens, and then the rest we'll just donate. And they sat down with the people from GoFundMe. They put a whole team on it, and they picked 6 different charities for like kids that are getting bullied, all this and that, and so the money's going to good use, which is fucking amazing, right? And I was completely wrong about that shit. I was convinced that he was like
a man.
Yeah.
I mean, he was over there like he's wearing Gucci shirts.
Well, you see, they did I guess they photoshopped him into a lot of shit and made it seem like he was this grown guy, you know, finessing the whole internet. They had like pictures with him holding guns and shit. Like they tricked everybody. But he is a 9-year-old boy. Yeah, everything was photoshopped. So they basically just tricked everybody and made everybody think that he was the internet did, and made everybody think that he was a grown man, which is fucked up, you know, for some people to actually go and do that, you know, to say fuck, like, you know, their first thought was like, this shit ain't real, and they started this like, you know, just going off and doing all this shit to like,
dude, anything
discount
good that can happen in this world, there's always somebody there waiting to fuck it up.
Fucking haters, bro. That's crazy, right?
It's just haters. It's just fucking.
And I fell for that shit, man. And you know, I apologize to that little kid because I know if my kid was getting fucking bullied, I would feel horrible, you know.
Yeah, you don't want your kids to get bullied.
Yeah. What would you do if your kid was getting bullied? How would you handle that situation? You got a kid, you got a daughter, right? So, how say your kid is 10 years old in the 5th grade, and she comes home and she's like, "Daddy, the kids at school keep bullying me." She's crying.
First thing you gotta do is go to school and find out what's going on.
And then it continues. What happens then? What do you guys do? What would you do?
Well, they need to identify who's doing it, and on top of that, either put more supervision or find a way to separate them, meaning different classes, meaning recess times, different lunch times, and then if it continues from there, then either maybe the people that are doing the bullying should be expelled or something.
Yeah, like move to a different school or something.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't put them in jail, but I mean, put them, definitely confine them in a different space.
And you can't put yourself in that situation either, because then you're showing them that you're a bully to them.
What do you mean?
Like, you can't go bully the other kid that's bullying.
Well, no, I wouldn't do
I
that.
mean, some parents do it, but that's not the right way to do it. The right way to do it is talk to the school and try to figure something out. Now, if the school doesn't do it, then you're gonna have to go up to maybe a superintendent or something to the point where they're gonna separate them, and identify who's doing it. And maybe set certain rules and regulations, like if you're caught doing this is what's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, because some kids taking their lives away because of
kids are really actually killing themselves over bullying. But the thing is now, like the kids that get bullied is so much worse than when we were in school. When you get bullied, it'd be like what? Somebody passing a note around, calling you a name, calling you this, or it'd be like that one asshole kid that would like pick on you, and and him and his friends will come around.
Their asshole no more.
Yeah.
It's the same shit essentially. The difference is now is the information travels so fast that if you put if you bully somebody on the internet, everybody knows.
Yeah, but the thing, it doesn't end. It doesn't end at school now. Like you get bullied at school, you get to go home, you're in peace.
And then you get bullied outside of school.
Now you get bullied on every outlet that there is: Instagram, Facebook. These kids got TikTok. They got everything, and they're getting bullied on every.
TikTok, what's that?
It's like what Vine used to be. Remember Vine?
And that's actually more popular right now.
Yeah, TikTok is a new thing. Well, they got rid of what? Vine, and there was the other one. What's the other one? Musical.ly?
Some shit.
Yeah, Musical.ly, and now that one's gone. Now it's TikTok, and they do everything on TikTok. It's like every little video, every 10-second little video they see is TikTok.
They got dance moves, everything.
Yeah. So, it never ends for these kids. And I get, that shit sucks for them, To get non-stop bullied. It doesn't end when you leave school. Like, when we were kids, that shit would just end when you left the school. You would go home, you would hang out with your friends, and you forget about it.
You would.
And then on the ride to school, you'd be like, fuck, you'd like, fuck, I gotta avoid this kid. You take a different route to your class. You'd you would do everything to avoid them, but now it's unavoidable. It's I don't know.
I mean, I had a couple incidences where I was bullied, growing up, a couple times, not a whole lot, I wasn't that small of a kid growing up, but I got bullied, if I was in 3rd grade, maybe in 5th grade, would bully me, right? And then we'd probably fight, whatever, and I always went to school that never scared me. I mean, if anything, I'd fight, and it's funny because once we would fight, I'd be like, I'm not going to school. Because I feel like every time we fought, I would never get in trouble, and I feel like the bully that I beat up was gonna tell. So I was just like, I don't want to go to school because, and it wasn't because I felt scared. It was just because I didn't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
But did you ever get in trouble?
No, I mean one time a bully told me I was in 3rd grade. Me and my little sister, we were both in the same grade. It was crazy, and then some guy was bullying me. He was a 5th grader. I think I was a 3rd grader. We would get dropped off at the, bus stop. Ain't no parents there or whatever. Bus leaves, you're there, And I was just like, my sister was like, let's go. I was just like, no, fuck this motherfucker. So this motherfucker comes and just slams me. Throws me on the floor, right? And then for some reason, I just get so angry. I was like, it's like I exploded, and I just grabbed his ass, started kicking him, and just beating the shit out of him.
What was his name? You remember his name?
I forget, dude. And it was funny because a couple people were there watching, and they were like, dude, like I just went crazy, like, you know, on him, you know. Once I fell on the floor, and I seen my little sister just looking at me, I was like, oh, fuck no. And I got back up, and I went crazy and beat him up. The next day, I went back to school, and the fucking guy came in and fucking said sorry to me.
Yeah, that's the way it usually works, though.
And then I was just like, everybody that I've always gotten in a fight with, I became, like, not friends, but they would be like, hey.
With respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because they were probably like, damn, I didn't think he was going to be able to do all that.
Yeah.
It's like 2 or 3 times that's happened in my life.
But that's the thing is, like, you know, the bullies, they think they have they see you as vulnerable until they get, you know, until you stand up for yourself, and they're like, oh fuck, maybe I shouldn't have done this, and then
because they feel it.
Yeah, pretty much you gave them the taste of the medicine.
Yeah.
Like
that's happened to me like at least 2 or 3 times in my whole life.
Yeah.
You know, and that's before I ever did like martial arts or whatever. Because I'm pretty sure if somebody were to bully me after I was doing that, I would have probably fucked them up so bad.
Hey, this nigga used to take Taekwondo right back in the day, and we would try to like in 9th grade we would try to like gang up on him to see how good he was. Dog, he would fuck us all up. It'd be like 3 or 4 of us in the bathroom try to like bum rush him, and he would fuck us all up. He'd start throwing his kicks. His kicks are hard, bro.
No.
Yeah, but now I don't know that shit. But the time where I was actually doing it,
Yeah.
that's pretty fucking good.
But it's funny because he would show us videos of like him hitting the bag, and the bag would be poof, poof, like, you know.
Swinging.
Yeah, like fucking dented in, fucking swinging, and we were like, fucking, like, let's just see how good he is, right? Because, you know, as kids you want to test it.
Though. It was more like
no, it was like a fun thing.
It was more like wrestling and soft kicks, because I don't think.
And like we all knew we couldn't take him, but we were like, fuck it, let's just like see. And this is our friend. It'd be like me, Mike. Who else was in? Like maybe Gian. I don't know, right? And we were all trying to get him down. He fucking fight us all off. Fucking good.
I had a good way to do that. I'd grab the first one. I'd grab.
And then push him up against the other one.
No, I would use the first one as a base. So headlock the first one, and then just start kicking outwards so everybody coming my way. And that's how I would eliminate
like
everybody.
in a circle?
Like in a circle. But the first one that came, I would use that person as like a base to hold myself so I can get a nice kick to everyone.
Yeah, I got kicked a couple times.
I think it was.
He would kick you in the legs, so you'd go down. You were like, oh fuck.
I remember that shit.
Yeah,
I never got bullied then, but
nah, I tell my kids now, like, man, if somebody's fucking
not that I know that shit now, but at the time, shit, I was you know.
5 minutes.
And so I tell my kids now, like, man, if you're getting bullied or if somebody tries to fight with you, just hit them. I was like, you're not gonna get in trouble with me. You're gonna get in trouble with the school. I don't understand where you're coming from. Like, I understand. You're not gonna be in trouble with me. I'm on your side. So if you get in, if anybody's messing with you, just, you know, don't be the first one to hit, but don't let yourself get hit. You know, like,
Yeah.
if you let them hit first and then you hit, but don't allow it.
Self-defense.
Yeah, and then, you know, and I'll go and I'll fight. I'll have your back. And he's like, but I'm gonna get in trouble. Don't worry about it. You're not gonna get in trouble with me.
I never got in trouble for getting in fights at school because they were all justifiable.
Yeah.
You know, like.
What's the worst trouble you got in school for? Like, what's the, like, remember?
Probably just in school suspension for fighting.
You?
The worst.
Smoking in elementary school.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
In elementary school? Smoking what? Cigarettes?
Cigarettes.
Where were you smoking?
On my way, there used to be a path like up top by like.
What grade were you in?
Probably like 5th grade.
Oh, okay. Still. But yeah.
It was the worst. I remember somebody snitched. And they
It's
picked up,
usually somebody snitching.
so they,
Usually you wouldn't get in trouble if nobody snitched.
Yeah.
so they picked up a random box of like Marlboro Reds that were like in their path, and then they called me to the office. I didn't have no lighter, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So they called my mom and was like, "Oh, this cigarettes box is the one your son was smoking on the way to school today."
Damn.
And at that time, my dad used to smoke Marlboro Lights, but not
Uh-huh.
Reds. So they were like, "Yeah, we're gonna suspend him 5-10 days. Come
What?
back." That shit was horrible.
Yeah,
I
but
got-
back in the day, they were suspending for dumb shit.
Well, I didn't get suspended for this, but I got kicked off all the computers in elementary school from like 4th to 5th grade. Because we were going to like pussy.com. We were watching porn in the computer lab. And, you know, they like look at all that shit. They look at the history and shit.
That's
And they found it. They found it, and they called us it off. It was like a group of 4 of us. And they had the fucking school officer there. And they had the principal there, and we all had to get in-school suspension.
Was it the same dare cop?
I think his name was, what's his name, Mr.
Not Murphy, right?
Yeah, Officer Murphy.
Oh, that motherfucker. I heard he was a real big asshole.
Well, that's not that bad.
He wasn't an asshole to me. Like I was like, you know,
No,
but I was like,
because he was never an asshole to me. But like I heard he was a real big.
But he was like all.
But not to the elementary kids.
Yeah, that's what happened though.
And high school kids, he was like a straight up douche.
But I think that's because when we were growing up, there was a lot of like gang shit going on. So everything that was, so like he was probably like trying to put an end to all that shit. Probably. It's funny that we don't see any of that shit now, right? Like,
I mean, we still saw some of that.
Yeah, but not now. Like we don't see it now.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's probably still exists. But
Yeah,
it's different though. It's a different form.
Dormant now, how you said. It's a virus that's dormant. That gang virus.
But the worst thing that ever happened to me was getting expelled from all PG County schools.
You went to PG County school?
Yeah, I was born in D.C. and like my mom decided to move to Maryland.
Hey, can you bring me a beer?
Me too.
Yeah.
So my mom decided to move to Maryland and shit.
Uh huh.
I was in school, whatever. I had a little girlfriend and shit. So at the time I was.
But this is elementary.
Yeah, at the time I was curious.
Uh huh.
So I was let's see what happens and shit. So she was my girlfriend.
Shit scared me.
And she personally told me, "Was like, why don't you touch me?" I said,
What? What grade is this?
It's, actually 3rd grade. I got expelled 3rd grade.
Hold on. Your 3rd grade girlfriend told you, "Why don't you touch me?"
Yes.
I wonder what's going on in her home.
And at the time, everybody used to have DirecTV and shit. So porn used to be like on channel 498 or some shit like that.
What the fuck?
So my curious ass comes and like put my hands in there. She used to like wear skirts, jean skirts. Put my hand in.
She was what is it, Ivan Heligo or some shit?
I don't know. So one of the teachers saw me. Back then they used to have like a little buzz on the side of the wall.
Oh yeah, you called the principal's office?
Yeah. So they took me to the principal's office, and they were like, "Oh, just to let you know, you sexually touched
Harassment?
Yeah, touched the girl." I was like, "Well, she told me." So it was her words against mine. So they called my mom. They're like, "Yeah, he's getting expelled from all PG County schools."
What? For that? Well, that's, you know,
Yeah.
3rd grade, bro.
Yeah. So after that, my mom was pissed, whatever. So she had to go like through all these programs, so I could be homeschooled until like my fifth grade. That's when she was like, "Fuck this! It's too much pain and shit." Like moving to Arlington. That's when I came out here to Arlington.
Fuck.
And remind you, in Maryland and DC schools, they was just Spanish and like black kids.
Mm-hmm.
I came over here, started seeing whites, Asian, all this kind of land. I was like, "Oh shit."
Man, Charles is savage.
Yeah, so I was homeschooled from like, you could say like 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
The teacher used to come from like 8 in the morning to like 11 o'clock, and then I just have like the rest of the day free. Some days she wouldn't even come.
Damn. Was that was your first sexual experience?
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
How old were you when you lost your virginity?
13.
For real?
Yeah.
Hector, how old were you?
12.
For real?
I lost mine because my mom used to babysit this Jamaican girl.
You fucked a Jamaican girl?
Yeah. She was hilarious, bro.
She was what?
She was Jamaican.
And you smashed that?
Hell yeah.
At 12? Was she like thick or not?
Nah. She was skinny as shit.
You knew what you're doing?
We was watching porn while we was doing
Oh, that's fucking crazy. Alright. I was like 17, bro. No, I was 16. No, how old was I? Talking about when we lost our virginity. I was late, man. I was like 15, 16. You were 8? Damn, I'm the latest one to the party, bro. I was like 15, 16 when I lost my virginity. I could. This nigga said what? What you say?
He said 12.
What you say?
13.
Oh, okay. You said 8?
Yeah.
You could get a hard on?
Things were different back then.
But that's you had like a little. You didn't even go through puberty yet,
They want no anything.
He was shooting blanks.
bro. You still got your feeling back then. Like you didn't even.
Losing that, I mean, I don't think I busted enough, but I lost it.
Yeah.
You felt the warmth of
I
the.
don't think you ever busted on your first try.
Yeah. So,
You're worried.
Yeah, you're too into. Like you're too like. Am I doing this right?
You're just scared.
Yeah, that's how it was for me too.
Maid or cleaning girl or something.
How old was she?
14.
Oh, I was about to say you fucked the like 28-year-old.
No.
Damn, bro.
One time.
Fuck. What, and after that, when was the next time you had sex? Or you guys were just fucking on the reg?
Like 12, 13.
It was just that one time with the cleaning lady? How did that happen? She's like, I'm cleaning over here. Can I wipe down your cock with this rag? And you're like,
No.
she was like,
She was a young girl too, so.
was her being like, let me see your meat or what?
Like sometimes I be trying like.
She took advantage of you. You sound like you got raped.
Like sometimes I
You
be
should
trying
report
to
this, Larry.
contact like a housekeeper, come like clean my house and shit, like a nanny to watch my baby and shit. Like,
You trying to fuck your nanny? What the fuck?
In videos.
Nigga, you stop watching porn. Nigga, not everything is a porn video.
I could turn it into a porn video.
Ah, man. Hector,
Yo,
how did it go down for you?
heard me.
I don't.
You remember?
I think I've heard it.
Was he fumbling? You hear all the
No,
fumbling?
I didn't hear it. Damn, like good. I heard about it. About when he did.
Oh, he came downstairs all excited?
See, I busted my nut.
I was like, what the fuck was I doing?
Can you tell him?
Nah.
How you not gonna share?
What do you want me to tell you?
Tell me the story of how you lost your virginity.
Sharing is caring.
He just told you that late.
It was a man that fucked you?
Oh hell no.
No. What the fuck?
He put his dick on your uvula?
No. What the hell? I gave her $20.
Spit in your urethra?
Oh, you fucked a whore?
Yeah.
What happened to the 10? Hold on, baby. I need to get my chicken.
Bitch was loose as shit. No wonder he ain't bust.
You stupid, man.
She make you wear a condom or no?
Did you wrap the lips?
Did you wrap it up the first time?
It was put on me.
Lur, what did you wear the first time? You didn't wrap shit up, huh? He's like, give me that clean. He's like, give me that cleaning rag.
No. He's like, just put that corn joint on top of me, and he's just going.
Let me clean it up with your pants.
Damn, y'all got better stories than I do. I'll tell you that much.
You ain't got any saran wrap?
I ain't trying to get. You should have. You know that explains a lot about who the person you are now,
Oh shit.
right? Anyway, I was all nervous and shit. I put a condom. I was like, putting that joint
You
on.
didn't even know if it was backwards.
No, I was like, I did rip it open first. Like, you know how like they be like, oh, I can't open it. I opened that shit up.
Squeeze
Huh?
the air bubble and tip.
Hell nah, dog.
You gotta squeeze that out. That's how you rip.
That joint felt like the first time I didn't bust for like a while, but I finally did.
It was that for hours.
Nah, it wasn't hours, bro.
Hey, he probably took a baby little rhino pee.
Nah, I didn't know about them back then. Man, anyway,
Cocaine work.
Should be crazy, right, bro?
I was late. Damn, I can't believe I was the latest one here.
How old was the girl you did?
She was my age.
Oh shit. Both of y'all were virgins.
Yeah, she
I
was.
think the
my
John
age.
I did was probably
Yeah, she was-
17, 18, and I was 12.
Tell the story. You can't just stop there. Tell the story. How did it happen?
So she was teaching you?
I even asked if I could do doggy style.
Were you drunk or no?
¿Quieres toro?
Oh, she's Spanish. A little, where were you?
What she said, lo que tú quieras, papi.
Were you in El Salvador?
Yeah.
I know a lot of dudes that have gone to El Salvador and lost their virginity.
It's cheap, too.
Hold on, bro. I did not expect that answer, bro. Hold on, bro.
Bruh, it's pretty much like...
Hold on, bro.
It's pretty much like this. It's like, you pick a room, like, they come grab you, like, come here.
That's a fucking whorehouse.
It's a whorehouse. They were $5.
You been in one of those?
$5, you straight.
You been in one in El Salvador?
Yeah, you be straight.
For $5?
$5.
They also have like bars, so you go there, eat, drink, and they also
And fuck?
and have girls walking around. They can go
Yeah.
Eat, drink, fuck. That's a new Dave and Buster's, bro. That's a Dave and Bustin'. That's what that shit is.
CCR.
That should be fun.
That's Dave and Bustin', bro. What is it? What is it? Eat, drink, fuck. Oh man, I remember the girl wasn't even shaved. Like she had like that wolf joint, and I was like, "That's what's up." I kind of like a little bit of hair on that joint. How about you? Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, I like
Not no long strands though.
I like
Like
lettuce on my burger.
not a lot. Not that long strand. Like trim it down, girl. You don't have to have the like. But
I want that shit.
To each his own.
To the point where she squirts and they're being trapped on their hairs and shit. You feel me?
Hold on, what?
Nothing.
You squirt and it gets trapped on the hair? Yeah. Let's not get too graphic. All right. You want to do questions? Because I'm thinking about something that I didn't want to say right now. My mind is racing right now. Huh? Get on that mic, LER. Let's hit these questions real quick. He'll be out. You gotta get on the mic though, cause I can't hear anything you're saying. Fucking 8 years old, but damn.
But he was born in El Salvador.
Yeah.
But you didn't even go through puberty then.
Shit, around 5 or 6 years old, I remember playing hide and go seek with the neighbor's kids. It was us three, me, my brother, my cousin, and the neighbor had 3 girls. All of us, all of them are the same age as us.
Mm-hmm.
So we all have one. Play hide and go seek. Go, at nighttime.
And you.
At nighttime is like, it's dark everywhere.
Yeah, nobody's seeing you.
Especially back then and shit like that. Sometimes we have electricity, sometimes we didn't, right? So we'll just turn everything off. We'll be outside in the back in the hammocks. We'll be playing, my grandma and them talking to the neighbors, just having a good time, right? We'll be playing hide and go seek. And we always team up with one of the girls, each. And we'll just be hiding all that shit and just like kissing and, touching everything. At 5 or 6 years old. My brother was a little bit older. So, and my cousin was around my age. And I remember that because I remember playing hide and go seek, when I was a kid, and this was before I came to the States. I came here when I was like almost 8, So I remember doing that, maybe 6 years old. But it was fun.
Hey, LER come to the States and he's like, let's play hide and seek.
Uh-huh.
And then he's like, goes in for a kiss with the girl. She's like, what the fuck you doing? He's like, isn't this how you play? Isn't this the rules? That's how we do this shit. That nigga was hide and seek this pickle, nigga.
Yeah.
So that's how it happened. So you lost shit during the game of hide and seek?
No. That was the girl. She was just cleaning the house and everything. And I think.
When was your first sexual experience?
That one time.
Oh, when you fucked the cleaning lady?
the cleaning girl.
When you fucked Molly Mae?
The girl. Yeah.
Nigga, that's almost like a 10-year difference. You got raped, bro.
No.
Did she get you hard? Tell me how it went down, bro. Just start from the beginning.
Oh hell no.
I want to hear the story, bro. Nah, nigga, fuck. I don't want to hear. Yeah.
On a fucking.
I was born on the hill of El Salvador, Tumpati, whatever the fuck it's called.
I think I was born at home. Like,
There was a campfire going on.
I was born at home. I wasn't born in the hospital or clinic.
You weren't born in the hospital?
No, I was born at home.
He was born in Hamaca.
Yeah, probably.
They cut a hole in the bottom of that joint.
The mattress is bottom.
That's how you know John McAfee, right? The nigga that did the computer, that does the computer security shit. Yeah, right. So he was wanted over here. Like he was wanted over here, and they were gonna arrest him. So he went to, I think Brazil or some shit, and it was no extradition. So he went over there, right? He's fucking balling over there.
He's still over there?
I don't know where the fuck he's at now, but it's a documentary. It's called something Gringo. It's on Netflix or some shit, right? So he went over there. He started putting all this money into the community, built fucking mansions, supported the police department. The police department, he could do whatever the fuck he wanted, and he would go to bars. They would give him the young girls over there, and he would have like a bunch of girls coming to his house, and they were like, and then they started interviewing the girls, and they were like, "Nah, we never had sex with him. We had scat sex. You know what scat sex is? Does anybody know what scat sex is? You know what scat sex is? Let me blow your minds right quick. It's nasty as shit. Right, so
Make it quick, dude.
alright, so basically these girls, he would pay for the education, everything, right? John McAfee is making bank off the fucking software that he created. He would put these girls through school, but he would have scat sex, so where basically he would just sit in a hammock, he would cut the hole out, and he would shit in these girls' mouths.
Oh hell no.
And they were like, yeah. I mean, it was. She was the one girl. The one girl was like laughing about it. She was like, he would just shit in my mouth. He would just shit in my mouth. He's like, I was just trying to go to school, so I just did it. You know, she was like a little chin joint. She's like, I just did it. You know, She had that gold tooth right here too. But John McAfee, and then he killed his neighbor. In the documentary, he killed his fucking neighbor because of his dogs. Because of his dogs or some shit. He complained about his dogs, so he killed his neighbor. Since he was paying off everybody in wherever the fuck it was, I forget where he was at. But he was paying everybody off, so the police didn't even investigate it. Dog, this nigga had a bunch of thugs around him. Like, and then he dipped from his mansion, went somewhere else, and they found him. They arrested him, and then they took him back to the island where he committed the crime, and then they couldn't do shit to him because I think they dropped the charges. I forget what happened, but he's still a free man basically.
Epstein or whatever.
Who?
That dude that Trump was associated by having.
Oh, Epstein, John Epstein. But they said the Clintons killed his ass. There's a list of people that
Trump's
Clintons.
people could have killed it because Trump's also in it. Anybody could have killed it.
But they have pictures of what's his name? Bill Clinton was on I think 200 flights with Epstein, like 200 flights with him, and then he would go to his ranch and then the island that he had all these fucking little girls at. Sick shit, man.
Question on Larry.
Yeah. Sorry, this shit took a weird turn.
Dude, why are you into that?
I was just asking Larry about his sexual experience, and then somebody said hammock. Oh, you said hammock. And then it reminded me of that
He
shit.
said he was born at home. I said he probably was born in the hand.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, so what happened? Oh, hold on. Before we move on.
Like somebody shit on somebody's mouth.
So who initiated the whole thing with you and this? You did?
Probably.
He's like, look, I got a dig. Clean this.
Clean this.
How did that happen?
Just happened.
A lot of things happen without you knowing why it happened.
Well, that's
She probably
right.
wanted it too.
Yeah.
She's probably all worked up.
It's that Hoven.
Oh, La Niña.
The chemicals got to her.
The chemicals started fucking her up.
She was like, this ammonia getting into my eyes.
She saw this nigga like as a 30-year-old man. She was just like, oh my god, we're gonna have to be good.
Look, even now over there, I've been seeing some videos of some people from El Salvador that make YouTube videos or shit like that. And there's at 15 years old, this one chick. She's like, she had her 15. She's had a boyfriend for like the last 2-3 years, and they're already like talking about marriage, and the way they talk and what they say, and the way they describe it, like, oh, pero esta ya está bien porque tiene 15 años, meaning that she's already.
But that's you become a woman, and
The
like.
thing is, back in the day, people would die early.
But that's
But
because.
you can tell how she is 15 years old. You could really tell that she's already had lots of sex with her boyfriend, for the past 2-3 years.
How can you
she's
tell?
voluptuous. She's like, se ve que she's not like,
Está madura.
You can tell when a girl has had sex, you can tell. Like for the first time at least. From when she goes from being a virgin to having sex, you can tell when they change because it's just the way their bodies.
Their bodies form, yeah.
And then all those hormones in different places and do caressing and everything, Shit.
That's weird how the
I think
the body
us
works.
men
Huh?
know that.
Yeah, we do.
All right. We don't talk about my time when I got raped.
We'll talk off camera.
Most
Yeah.
embarrassing sex moment.
What?
I got raped.
When the queef installed.
Nah, I was having sex one time and I was like missionary and I was going hard, right? And I was like,
Smell like Taco Bell and McChickens
And green rhino pills.
And rhino pills.
It smells like medicine in there.
It smells like rations from.
smelled like a whole chemical
Metal Gear.
formula.
Smells like fucking rhino.
Metal Gear rations.
CVS pharmacy.
Smelled like a whole vitamin shopping at us. I'm just kidding.
So what was it?
Oh yeah, and I was like, pounding like damn. I'm sorry guys. I was like pounding down, and then I was holding the stomach, and I was like, and then I heard from her, and I was, we both
It wasn't from her butt.
yeah.
Okay, when you squeeze.
Because I was holding her stomach, and I was like,
Getting some fucking gas out of
and
her.
I was like, really going into it. We just stopped and started laughing. And like in those moments, it's embarrassing, but
I want to stop, and we'll talk about it later when I'm done.
but it was like I felt it on my balls. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I felt it on my balls. So it was like, and I was like, damn.
What just happened?
We just looked at each other, and she I could tell she was like embarrassed, and she put her hands over her eyes, and I just started laughing. I was like, fuck. So it's embarrassing, but at least it's not on me.
Next question.
You? No, we can't just go next. Nah, we gotta go around the room. I just shared, bitch. You?
Cuando no se le paró, right? That should be every man's thing.
That happened to
Which
me
one?
once I was so close down.
That it won't get hard, like you ready to do it.
Oh, bro,
Should be
dog.
every man's fucking embarrassing
That's the
moment.
word.
Yeah, I had one of those with this girl that I had. Like we had been talking for a while. I finally got into the house. We were like messing around.
But were you drunk?
I was a little like I had a couple beers, but we started messing around and put a condom on. As soon as like I got in her, I started going soft. I was like, fuck. And we kept doing, I wasted like 3 condoms doing that shit.
You was trying to smack the monkey?
And I was like, fuck. And I was like, man, it's just not happening right now. It's just not happening right now. But I was like, I don't know. Maybe I was just not attracted to her. But I was like, you just trying to fuck.
And then you start trying to picture something
Yeah,
else
and then
like, what?
No, I don't think it's that because if you weren't attracted to her, then you would have been there in the first place.
Yeah, that's
I don't know what it was then, bro.
Yeah, you
Probably too drunk?
You were
Yeah,
drunk,
but
probably.
maybe he had never taken out the clothes and then he just said,
I bet you prior to you doing that, you were probably hard and everything when you first started
Yeah, we.
touching and everything. That's when you get hard.
Yeah.
And when you're ready to do it, fuck, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, that was
she probably was
embarrassing.
wearing some.
So what'd you tell her? You told her you had
Probably
she
in
had-
After like the third condom, we got like we went through all the condoms. The third condom, we got like it just didn't happen. And I was like, "Can you give me some head?" And then she started
No,
like
there could be a lot of
going
things,
like she
though.
was
They
like
say
beating me
that
off and spitting on me.
they would have
And then it got hard. And then as soon as that shit happened, she just got on top and rode me for like maybe like 2 minutes and I buzzed. It had got worked up, man. It was like fuck. It was embarrassing.
Just probably making a joke queef hard, and I'm like, oh, that's not me.
That's not me. I didn't fart.
I didn't fart.
Oh, like my flakes are all on you, girl. My bad. Sorry about this eggs and my dust.
Like Like I wonder what a virgin would think when she's first having sex for the first time, and then that happens to her. Like she doesn't know that it will make that sound probably. A girl that's already had sex and it's happened before, most likely.
Queefs don't bother me though.
You know?
Like,
But
not
I'm saying,
no
imagine
more.
what a girl when she first had sex, like it's probably more embarrassing to her.
I mean,
You know what I mean? Than to like the guy that's doing it because
That's a little. It's,
she'd probably be like, "What the fuck? That's just
the first
smart."
time probably, yeah.
Yeah, they be taking that.
The
as
first
like
time probably, yeah, right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, first time when a girl.
But after that, you just
after
keep
that,
going.
she already knows. And shit.
Yeah.
That pussy gonna fart if it's good.
Yeah, when you're really going in that joint.
All right.
Hold on, what? I'm the only one that shared here.
Everybody did.
You didn't
Everybody
share.
said we did.
What'd you share?
He said that shit wasn't limp.
You?
I said the same thing.
Oh. I overshared then.
You said too much.
Well, that's my problem.
All right. Would you rather have a full-time personal chef, maid, or shopper?
Made.
I can shop for the food.
I do a maid.
Yeah, I do a
Maid
maid.
and shit, for sure.
I ain't fucking cooking.
I ain't cleaning. I'll cook.
Yeah, I have a maid.
Hold on, what you say?
Personal chef, maid, or shopper?
Shopping?
Shopper, boy.
A maid, like the one that took my virginity.
The one that raped you?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I think all guys would pick maid.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's ask a girl. What would you guys choose?
Big chef.
Chef?
I don't mind cleaning. Yeah, I don't mind cleaning.
Like that boys.
Very good.
What's the most unattractive thing that a girl like could do that would turn like that would be like, man, fuck, that would deter you from being with them?
It's a good thing you say that because my next question is almost about that. Like, have you
Okay.
ever found an ugly person attractive? Like you know they're ugly, but you're attracted to them.
Just their attitude and the way they carry
But have you ever found yourself?
With the ugly person? Okay, but you're saying talking about somebody else. Okay, you're talking about somebody that you found attractive, like
They're
a
ugly,
person
but
that's
you're attracted to them, and like you know they're ugly, but you're still attracted to them. Like you like them, I guess. You know.
yeah.
They're ugly.
I'll be honest here.
That's happened to me before.
Yeah. It's just I would say it's like the personality and the way you guys like talk with each other. I think it would be like the communication that you guys have. You'd be like, oh, this is a friendship, and then be like, oh fuck,
After
I
that,
could fuck this person. Like,
the ugliness starts turning into.
It's-
don't get me wrong,
it'd be like, I
In your
think
eyes only though. 'cause I think
But it'd be like,
it's-
damn.
I had a friend, and then she took off her pants, and she was just like showing me, and I was like, when I looked at her, I was like, I don't know.
Like, you're ugly, but come here.
You gotta.
She wasn't even ugly. She was more just like me, like, I never have looked at you that way. Don't just.
Okay, but that's
Okay,
not the
but
same
what about
thing. That's
that?
not the same thing,
Yeah,
dickhead.
She has to be ugly.
I think you just
That was part of the question.
yeah. If she's
probably
like
got
if she's like a
confused.
if she okay, let's
She's ugly and she has an that's different.
if she's like a precious if she looks like
I
precious or
was
some
just
shit.
like-
So what were your friends? She had a fucked up pussy or what?
No.
I mean, you said I don't know if I want that, but she wasn't ugly.
She had that
I just.
She had that loose shit.
It's just the way that we like treated each other was like you know, like good friends. Like
But that's what I was
never
just saying.
Think about that. Like we would buy.
so then that's different. You're talking about something else.
Oh, okay. Well,
We're talking about if like
we get.
like I've had that with a person where like I wasn't physically attracted to them at first, and then we started like becoming friends, and then we start talking and shit. I'm like, well, not like that, but you know, like we started like just communicating on the regular, and then we're like, all right, whatever. And then something about it is like, I think maybe it's just a guy's mind where you be like, all right, well, we're talking all the time. You get so close to somebody, and you're like, am I sexually attracted to them? Could I do this? And then you start like, and then you're like,
She do got a nice booty.
and then you're like, could I do this? Will this be okay with me? If I take it to the next step, will I actually go through with it? Nah, I didn't. Cause I was just like, fuck that. No, it wasn't ugly. It was just like, I'm thinking too. I'm thinking. It's because the way that we interacted with each other, and like if you care for somebody, that I think that's a big attraction when you guys have a real connection. You guys care for each other, and you like, how are you doing? And it's genuine, and you care about each other the same way, and it's genuine between the two of you guys. It's something about that that's kind of attractive. That like that you think about like, oh, like if anything happened to me, take care, like but like man, but I was like,
you have to be ugly because
yeah,
there's all kinds of people that
Dude, there's some men that will fuck.
like I could be like, oh, he's ugly, but somebody else could be like, oh no, what are you talking about? I don't.
But it's your preference, right? So
Yeah.
it's on your preference.
There are some women.
So you gotta be
and men
really
that are
ugly.
ugly.
Yeah, yeah.
That
And
question.
there's no way getting around it. So what do you do there?
You do what Harvey Weinstein did and just come on plans and shit, and offer you parts in movies. You got to become a director. Yeah, or a professor. But I'll pass your class if you
Slob on the mouth.
pass this. Alright, anyway, yeah, but that's what happened to me, and I was like, I turned it down. Though. I was like, nah, I can't do it.
Well, that's all I got. Anybody else got anything?
What did I say? I had a
All I
question
can
too.
say is that, like, if it's not your type, it's not your type.
I had a question. What was my question?
Girls do it. If the guy is not their type, they'll leave it alone. So guys should do it too, but guys are so stupid that even if it's not their type, they still want to go for it.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't know, man. I've been in those positions. Like,
I think it should be the same. If a girl says, "Oh, that's not your type," but they're not gonna say, "I'm not your type." You're my type. You're my type. Just
I don't know. I've been in positions where like, it's been like a sexual attraction, like you can feel it from the other side, like it's a sexual attraction. There's just, like they're coming on to you, and you're like, nah, I just can't do it. It's not like I'm like maybe it's just the way I am. Like I know it's not gonna jump on everything, you know. Anyway, I had a question too,
When I
though.
was a freshman in high school, I had this one big black girl named Cherie.
Why big black girls like
Cherie.
Spanish guys?
Yeah, she's like, I don't know, black girls have always, I'm not attracted to them, but they're attracted to me. I don't know why, because I'm big. Yeah, I think it's big and shit.
I think it's your dimples, man. Let's not know.
Probably. But anyways, I
You're
had this
fuck yeah.
Actually, it was in 8th grade at Glasgow Middle School. And it was a big
She's trying to glass
black
that
girl.
cock.
And she would always like, we would walk home, whatever. I'll go to her apartment, right?
Damn, nigga, you
And-
was in a relationship.
No. Like we're good friends and shit. But she was, she wanted more. Like she was always flirting with me and stuff. But she was big, like dark. She's black, right?
See that extra big Hershey's kiss that you only
But
get on
she would
Valentine's Day?
She would like touch me and all that. She would, get me turned on.
Touch your meat?
Yeah, she would touch me and everything. But we never did anything.
Bro, you let her beat you off?
I mean,
Yeah, you did, nigga. She said you like this sweet LER juice.
But she was ugly to a certain degree. But you know what? I was attracted to the way that she made me feel.
Yeah, that's what I was
So I
saying.
was like, that was when I was in 8th grade. I was 14 years old.
Super horny at those times?
14 years old.
Dude, between 8th grade and
30 years ago.
like 27, dude. You're so fucking like horned up.
Yeah.
I think like I don't know, like
Somehow the 8th
the
grade, 8 years
from
old.
like 8th grade to like 27, dog. You're just so horned up. You're like, fuck. I just want to. I don't know, but I've been in those positions. Have you ever like have somebody like just so like pursue you, like even like as a guy? It's so weird as a guy when a girl pursues you and you're just so not attracted to her and you're like, fuck, like you feel bad, right? Being like, yo, stop. There's this girl that comes and she's like she comes and works at my store, but she's only there twice a week. And I could like the first time like she asked me this shit. She's like, do you have a girlfriend? And I was like, nah. And we're like just cool, like we're just hanging. I was like, we're just cool. Like, nah, I don't have a girlfriend right now. She's like, oh, okay, I was just asking for a friend, right? And I was like, who? She was like, she gave me some fake girl, right? And I was like, all right, whatever. And then like a week later, I asked her, and she was like, no, I was just asking for myself. I just wanted to know, all right? And I was like, all right. But then like after that, every time she sees me, she's like, "Oh, hey, honey," like, and it makes me cringe. She's like, "Hey, hey, Marvin." I'm like, "Fuck, bro." Like,
Right. Love that shit.
I don't like it, bro.
I ain't gonna lie,
Wait
it's
for it.
happened to me a lot. Like a girls I'm not interested into, and then just keep coming by, and I try to be nice, but when you're nice, they think you like them.
Is this SCCRs where you drop bills on bitches and they obviously want to come by?
Okay, the ones I don't like.
Don't matter if they don't like you, nigga. You got them ducats. They trying to come by and fill them pockets. It's not real, nigga.
Actually, no. It hasn't just been there. It's been multiple places, and then I learned the best way to do it is just that.
Give them $100, something to walk away.
No, just walk away. Walk away because it's even happened to me at work.
But how do you? All right. So how do you in those positions? How do you tell a girl like that, like,
Back off.
back the fuck, like, back off? Like, I've told this girl, I was like, yo, I got a girlfriend.
It happened to me at work before.
You just gotta cut them off.
Yeah.
I told this girl, hey man, I gotta like get, like, and I don't even do shit like this. I'd be like,
Off track, you bring them back to track. So it
I do-
happened to me at work a lot, and then I'm just like,
well, I'm talking, and so I tell this girl all the time.
what the fuck is wrong with this Arthur?
I'll tell this girl all the time. I'll be like, yo, like, she'd be like, hey, what did you do this weekend? I'll be like, I was hanging out with my girl.
Really needs to say this.
She's like, and then she'd be like, or like on like she'll be there on a Wednesday. She'd be like, what are you doing this weekend? I like clearly be like, we could hang out. I'm like, I ain't shit, man. I gotta go hang out. I'm going to hang out with my girl. Huh? I told my girl about this girl because it freaks me out. It creeps me out. And to this day, like, even though I've told her all this shit, she'd be like, to this girl, like, she's like, hey, honey, that shit is creepy.
She don't fuck with you.
When a girl says this shit, like, hey, honey, like, yo, chill, bro. Like, I'm not interested.
You probably gave her some type of expression. It was like, oh,
No, I'm just friendly. Like, I'm friendly, bro. I'm like,
You're a black-eyed savage. I'm gonna take your shit.
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm flirty, but I'm not flirty with her.
well, you don't know. You probably gone in there, John hungover, like, hey.
Nah, bro, never. I don't go to work like that.
Fucking podcast.
Anyway, bro, this has been Hnm, Chadoro, Marv, LER,
That.
Hector's out.
Human Hector. Go watch his Dodge Hemi video on Facebook. He's trying to sell cars for turbo tags. We out, y'all. Goodbye.